All right, it was right to the point. If I want somebody similar, he's going to get married, and he looks somebody similar. All right. Well, they have always told us that if you get ready to get married, opposite poles attract in everything. Boy, girl, man. Always try to get somebody the opposite. That's what we always have been told, but I totally disagree with that. I think that if a man or woman is seeking for a mate, they should always attempt to find someone just like them, with one exception. Now, if they're not a very good person, then they don't want nobody like them. Then you want to find somebody that's the opposite of you. So if you think you're a bad person, then no way, you don't want to find nobody like you. Why? Hellraiser? Fussing all the time? You know, don't want to work. Now he don't want to work. Lazy, he want to go out all the time. Now he wants to go out. You don't want that. But if you consider yourself a nice person, then you always want to find someone as much like you as you can. They go to class, you go to class, they love y'all, you love y'all, you like staying at home, raising family, they do. You're trying to get somewhere in life, they are. You want to work, they want to work. They don't want to go out spending all that money, you don't either. They don't get high, you don't get high. You want to find somebody like you, except, and I had an interview, or not an interview, I did some comments with people, and got people's comments, and every time I heard somebody, oh, no, I'm looking for somebody just the opposite of me. Then I asked them, I said, you're not a nice person, are you? No, that's why I'm looking for somebody just opposite. Why would a nice person look for somebody just the opposite of them, and they consider themselves a nice person? Now, that don't get everybody off the hook. Because if you got in your mind you need somebody the opposite of you, then you got some work to do. You got to really make yourself really over. You got some hard work to do. Because you want to work on yourself to the extent that now you like yourself. You're pleased with yourself. And you don't mind finding somebody like yourself. Because if you're one of the people that set in your mind, and I know some of y'all did know, then you need to do some work. Okay? Now I want you to stay down here because I'm going to teach you on marriage, and you're going to get married Sunday. And I know you want to teach the children, but I think you need more to be able to stay married. So when I look at the two extremes, I think you better stay down here, and the kids too. How about that? Good. We're going to deal with marriage today, as well as integration. And since the sister's not here that I was going to speak on integration, I'll deal with marriage first so I can make some comments and so you can excuse yourself. So we won't deal with that last, we'll deal with that first. Marriage. How many men in this room were single? Raise your hand. How many of the single fellas, keep your hand up until I tell you to take it down. How many of the single fellas don't want to get married? Raise your hand. Don't want to get married. Wait. Go ahead to the mic. We want to hear this, sir. Let's go to the mic so we can learn, because we don't deal with marriage. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I'm not, I got my hand down.
No, your hand went down.
I know. You tell me men don't want to get married. I put mine down. Right. You want to get married more.
Let's do this again. How many men in here that are single, raise your hand? How many of the single men? How many of them single men don't want to get married? Raise your hand.
Don't want to get married?
Don't want to get married. And we only got one single man that you don't want to get married. Well, let this that way so you can understand. Who Who in here that's single that don't want to get married, raise your hand. All right, Zerock, run back up there real quick, please. And how many sisters in here that are single that don't want to get married? Raise your hand. All right, Hezekiah, go to the mic, please. All right. So we finna learn something. We finna go to school. We gonna get this thing together. All right. Now we have Zerock up there that's been married before. They were just engaged and just broke his engagement last week. And now in less than 1 week after breaking his engagement, he is there stating he never want to be.
No, I didn't say never.
Oh my God.
I
said
never.
don't want to get married.
But you
sit down, please.
You didn't say never in there.
Well, I don't have to say never. I said don't want to get married.
I just don't want to get married right now.
You did the right thing last week there, young man. You did the right thing. This is confusion here. Yes, ma'am.
Same thing, not now.
You wasn't finna marry y'all.
Well, I'm not talking about who don't want to get married this minute, because there's many of y'all that don't want to get married this minute because you might not have met the right person. You might not be prepared. You might need to get yourself together fine. And I'm not talking about this man. I'm talking to people with foresight that have the ability to look down the future, look down the road and say, this is something that I've looked at and contemplated, and I don't want to be married. And there are people like that. And that's who I thought I was calling. I wasn't calling nobody that didn't want to get married next week or tomorrow, because that might be everybody. Now y'all quit playing games, because I'm trying to be nice to everybody.
Who want a second wife?
All right. Now let me, I'm sorry that sister wasn't here. How many brothers in here, I want you to be honest, that's married, raise your hand. How many, that's single, raise your hand. That means everybody in here, right? You wanted the two. How many in here want 2 wives, raise your hand.
Don't be scared.
Please, sir. I ask you to be honest, Levi, how many in here want 2 wives? Raise your hand. All right, let's go to the mic. Let's go to the mic. That's right, we appreciate this. We're going to try to get somewhere. You go to the mic. Not this, you'd rather not talk about it. Don't want to talk about it, she's here, okay. We won't talk about it. But let's be honest.
Will you ask that question again? I want to see the guys that want to.
One of the sisters want to know again, how many brothers in here want 2 wives in the house of Israel? Raise your hand. Now I know some of y'all are lying. Yeah, I know that. I know some of y'all I know want 2 wives or 3. But we'll go along with that. You kept it down, so that's it. Marriage. The other day I had the pleasure of counseling a beautiful brother and sister in the class, as I do quite often, about marriage. And I put the brother and the sister on a hook. Now what did I do? I looked dead at the sister, got a smile on my face, and I said, sister, do you know who this is you're finna marry? She said, yes, I know a young man that I fell in love with. I know to care about me and kind and sweet. I said, no, do you know who he is? Well, yes, I know him. I met him a while ago. I said, but do you really know who this man is you're finna marry? She said, well, maybe I don't understand your question. I said, this man ain't let you know who he is yet. Well, yes, he told me his name is such so and so. I said, no.